Welcome to UltimateMarBros.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of UltimateMarBros. I'm your host, UltimateMar, and today we are playing Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS4. Now, I realize that I'm redoing parts of this game again. The whole reason why I'm doing that is because the game crashed or something, and I had to delete my old file. And hopefully, we'll actually be able to hear what the people are saying in this playthrough. So we can only hope. I mean, I really do hope I was able to get through this. Hang on. Sorry about that. I just got a weird text. I don't know what that was about. But I really hope that I was able to fix this by restarting this game with a new file. So let's see if we can talk to everybody. What's up?
This truck. They used to park outside my apartment on Thursdays. Yeah. I hope you guys add it back to your roots. No one makes heroes like you.
You know, I didn't know Euros was spelled Gyros. I did not know that. I never said I was good at spelling. That's for damn sure. I am definitely not a good speller. I have never wanted a spelling bee in my life. I can guarantee you that. Alright, some good music. Let's see. I do like how this city, it all feels really lived in. These feel like genuine people, you know? It doesn't feel like they're NPCs in an old Final Fantasy game. Sorry, Miles, you're not that smooth. Even Genki's like, you fail!
Basically already mastered Espanol.
Oh, man. I just love how technology has evolved so much from, you know, old Dragon Quest, old Final Fantasy, 8-bit, 16-bit games from the past. They were very limited with the technology at the time compared to what we have now. Could you imagine if the technology we have now we had 30, 40 years ago when games were just being made? Could you imagine what they would have done with Pong? I need a shave. This is driving me crazy. But just imagine how technology has evolved in the last 30 years. It's quite amazing. We've really had an amazing 30, 40 years. I remember, now I realize that this makes me sound old to you born after the year 2000, hell, after the year 1996. But I remember a time when cell phones were giant fucking bricks, you know? Both my mother and father would have to lug those things around, and they had jobs where they had to get up at 3:30 in the morning to go and fill up catering trucks and all sorts of stuff like that. Yeah, my parents would have to be up at 3:30 in the morning at work by 4.
He doesn't make it easy. I'm standing right here.
fill up the truck with all the food that they need to sell, make sure that there's enough ice covering all the drinks and everything. It's a rough and very physically demanding job. It's not for those faint of heart, I guarantee you. Because, especially when we live here in Houston, Texas, where the summer heat will fucking murder you. And there's no AC in the truck. There's no respite from the summer heat. It's a brutally demanding job. And let's see if... Yes! We can hear it now! Thank God.
You remember what we lost when Roxanne pulled us this club?
It's just that.
Can't roll ice cream in New York City. And you didn't real daycare.
You always got people looking out for you.
St. Teresa's Church.
Especially you, Spider-Man.
Plus, now you're Spider.
Hey.
Even now, Roxanne is transporting Newport in experimental fuel across the city. But they won't tell us the risk.
This message is from Roxanne. Humanity answers. Simon Kramer is a killer. This plaza is a monument to everything he's done. I won't let it happen. The underground will stop it.
Yeah.
We've got a situation.
Everyone, stay calm.
Nowhere to run. Weapons up.
They need you. I'll help your mom.
Now, I want to talk about people who drive food trucks and catering trucks and stuff like that. Because I grew up with both my parents doing that. And I know I've just talked about it being a very physically demanding job, but that's really not all there is to it. It's way more difficult than you might realize. Because there's no job security. There's no insurance. If you get robbed, you're on your own. There's nobody to back you up. So, to all of you who insult people who do food trucks and stuff like that, you need to back off, because it's a very, very difficult job. Physically and emotionally, it's very difficult. I mean, just imagine. Whoa. Having to get up at 3:30 in the morning every day to get to work, fill up the truck with ice and whatever else you need to keep your food and drinks nice and cold. It's not easy. And not only that, but all of the food that the people in food trucks buy comes from the sales they make of the food that day. What I mean by that is, if you have a slow day and you don't sell anything, you're losing money, and it's very difficult. And I just want to show my love and respect for the people who do drive food trucks and stuff like that. It's not an easy job. It's very physically demanding. And you guys have my respect. Again, as I've had both my parents do that job, I've also gone and done it with them as a kid. Being both my parents are from South America, we really didn't have much in the way of babysitters during the summer. So, as kids, But I remember. I'm just gonna let this play out. Hang on.
Alright. When Roxxon shows up, run. Got it? They'll look for some of the blame for all this, and it won't just be the ticket.
Okay. I'll be careful.
But I remember being a kid and having to go. I never really went with my dad. I might have gone once or twice, but it was always with my mom. And seeing her fill up the catering truck with ice, she would have to get a shovel, and it was just very physically demanding. And with everything that's going on with my mom now, you all know that isn't very easy.
It's like the plaza was just a warm-up. Or a distraction.
I remember having to go with her to Sam's after shift, and we would buy 10 cases of water, 10 cases of Cokes and drinks, and she would have me lug that damn thing around. I was a kid, but I did it. And after work, after buying food to stock up for the truck for the next day, trying to get that back, and then watching her.
Grab as much as you can carry.
Uh-oh.
Stabilizing it.
Jesus. Even as a kid, I realized how tough that job was on my mom. And I tried to help her whenever I could, but I was 10. Not much I could really do about it, you know? So, to... Damn it. That's so cool, his spider suit. That's awesome.
I was so happy to see her. I wasn't paying attention. I have to pay attention.
Definitely right about that, unfortunately. Stop shooting me! Stop shooting me! So anyways, what was I saying? Show people who do food trucks a little more respect, because it's not as easy as you all might think. It's quite difficult, honestly. Physically, emotionally, and after everything, after spending all the money to buy the food, there's not much money left, and that's what you would bring home. So, tip your food truck guys a little bit better, if you don't mind. Ah, this is terrifying and awesome. But yeah, now doing a food truck stuff, and it's different. Food trucks that are just in one place, and then food trucks that drive around have very different experiences. I don't know much about the food trucks that are just standing still, but I do know that they do have to fill up their trucks as well. Alright. Jesus. Wow. And remember, Miles is just a kid. He's still a high school student. Yet he's trying to do all of this to save all these people. I love Miles. I mean, yes, Peter Parker was the same. He was a kid when he started being Spider-Man, but right now, Peter's an adult, so... Jesus. I'm sorry, Miles, but I honestly don't think you can stop this. The best you can do is save as many lives as possible, buddy. And I'll say the same joke I said before, lady. If you just happen to pee or poop your pants with all of this, I think you'd be forgiven. I probably would have crapped myself if I was being held by Spider-Man during all this. Granted, I don't think Spider-Man could lift me up anyways, but that's another joke for another time. Man. That sucks. I'd say at least 50% your fault. I wouldn't say anything more than that. I blame the underground for trying to steal it and you trying to stop them.
After the explosion, the bridge started to... What's going on?
Copy.
No! No, I'm not your enemy. What are you doing? You saved us. I'm recording this.
You put that phone away now. I said put that phone away now. Check yourself out. He's there. Your last warning.
I saved them.
And again, Miles is still 16, 17 years old right now? He's maybe 18. I'm not sure.
You go.
Wait, no. How old is Miles at this point? Because when he said that he hasn't seen Finn since middle school, and Finn said it's been months, he's got to be 15 at the oldest, right? Maybe 16? I'm not sure. But god damn, that's an awesome ability.
They were going to shoot me. They didn't even listen.
No, you think?
Are you okay?
No.
No.
You know, I think Miles is younger than Peter Parker when he got his powers. Granted, I was never a big comic book fan, so I never really studied up on it.
This is messed up. That's not what happened.
In a negative way, yes, it is.
She's sneaking. No idea why. It's what I thought the bridge was. No, it's not.
I'm headed to the camping headquarters. Is anything going on?
Okay, you know, she's cool to pretend that she didn't see what they just did. How they looked. Ah, put this away, put this away! You know, any other parent would probably like, what was that? Was that drugs? It better not be drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't. So could you, Miles. And she would not have even known why.
My family doesn't give up. You know that.
Now, I wonder what James Jonah Jameson would have said if he found out that this Spider-Man was just a kid. You know, I don't know what dulce de coco is, but I know what dulce de leche is. Because I grew up with that shit, and it's fucking great.
I got powers. I thought I'll be able to fix it. Do anything that Spider-Man does. Whenever you see Spider-Man, you always mean the other one.
He's got a point.
You're Spider-Man. You can fix this. Your way.
Exactly. And I think that's something Peter was trying to get him to realize, that while you may be Spider-Man like me, you're your own person. You have your own powers that I don't have. And you need to figure out a way to do things your way. I'll expand more on that in the next episode on what I mean by that. How does your mom not notice or smell any of that shit? You know, if you're going to start trying to drink upside down, I'd recommend not doing something hot. Maybe a glass of water, I would start with. Then work up to tea, then hot chocolate, I guess. I love this because this is the first outfit that Miles and Genki developed on their own without any input from Peter. And this is all him and his friend Genki, but it's his own.
What's up, New York?
Oh,
Hey man, it's a big time now, huh? Feels like people need friendly neighborhood now more than ever. You gotta think of a shorter name. All the good acts are one word.
alright, ladies. Wait.
Miles, finally got through. Oh, hey Pete, what's going on? I saw the news. It was in Sincorian, so either a bridge exploded or a bagel was fumigated, which doesn't make any sense in context. Either way, I will be in flights. I can be back tomorrow night. No, don't do that. It's okay. I figured out who's responsible. But I'm gonna stop. I promise. Okay, trust me. If you need help, I'll be on the first plane home. Otherwise, I'll see you when I get back in a few weeks, okay? Yeah, okay. Thanks. Honey's a party. There's 7 different words for bathroom.
Alright, so I'm going to end this video here for today. I think I have some new... Yep, I have some new missions that I can do. So I'll probably go and tackle some of these just for fun. And I will see you all next time. Hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and crush that bell, and tip your food truck guys just a little bit better. You never know what they're going through or what they have to deal with just to make sure that their trucks are up and running and that the food is edible. Or not, I don't know. I just know what I've personally experienced with my parents. Alright guys, love you, and I hope you all are doing well, and don't do drugs, kids. Bye.